Hello, everybody. Sorry I was late. I was in the massage cycle, and then I had to have a jazzy apple. And now I'm here. So, tomorrow, they're going to have closing arguments in the Charles Adelson Deadly Dentist entitled family case, and that's going to start at 8:45 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And I would imagine, even if the prosecution took an hour and a half and the defense took an hour, this is going to go to the jury tomorrow. And I think my prediction is they will have a guilty verdict. Maybe they won't. There's a slight chance. I'd say 90% it's going to come back tomorrow before the end of the day. But there's a 10% chance, this is my prediction, and you can make your prediction, 10% chance that it might be tomorrow. But before the end of day Tuesday, there will be a guilty verdict for Charlie Adelson. I don't know. They'll probably, I don't think they'll sentence him the same day, so, but life without parole. That's my prediction. You're free to make your prediction, and you're free to call in if you would like and talk about it. But let me get to the live chat, because I'm not there. Is the live chat? Charlie Adelson. So you can say what you think if you want to call in. I'm freezing in here all of a sudden. Okay. Everybody make sure you're in live chat, not top chat. You don't want to see some of the messages. You want to see them all. Hello, Liza Ward. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Margot. Hello, Farm Wife. Hello, Barb Olson. Barb says, oh, Barb didn't say anything. Hi, GB. So what do you think? I'm going to do a poll. Let me do a poll. We'll start a poll here. Probably going to start a series of polls. Okay. Let's start with an easy poll. Hi, Jane. Okay, that's an easy poll, and then if we got that one, I'll do the next one. Hi, Linda Uribe. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? How are you doing? Linda Uribe, where have you been? Hope you're doing well. Where's Marianne Frontini? She doing well, I hope. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. We've got 80. Some people think it's not going to go to the jury tomorrow. I thought this was going to be an easy one. Guys, it's closing arguments tomorrow morning at 8:45. Just saying. I'm not saying is the jury going to come back. This is it going to go to the jury? This is an easy one. Hi, Whitney. Hello, Margot. Hello, Margot. So now we have 80. So I just want to say the, oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to say the 16%. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Like, it's going to have closing arguments, and then they're just not going to be able to go to the jury? I don't know. Kind of confused, a little bit confused. A little confused. So, you've seen about 80%. Who's going to be watching at 8:45 in the morning? I was not impressed by the prosecution cross on Friday. I don't see any fireworks. A lot of people said, but she didn't really give fireworks in the other cases. There were no Perry Mason moments, etc. But those people were still found guilty. I know you were hoping for some, like something big, fiery, a big fiery finish. Maybe she'll pull that big fiery finish out in the closing arguments. I don't know. So, who's going to be watching at 8:45 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning? I will watch in between two trials. You're still going to be watching the Maya trial? You just haven't given up on that? That ridiculousness? Barb, have you given up on that Maya trial? I have. I can't watch it anymore. Just can't. I wish I could watch the Kaitlin Armstrong one. I wish I didn't have to get the updates just like through someone else. I don't know why they won't let us watch it. Hi, Sherry. You're going to be doing it? Okay, good. Sherry's going to be watching at 8:45 tomorrow morning. I would have to get up at 6:45, and it's not happening, Barb said. Really? Why? Oh, I getcha. Gotcha. What's going on now? Why am I just got something popped up and my chat dropped down. Okay. You haven't given up on Maya either. Tomorrow should be good, right? Why is it going to be good? Tell me. Do tell. Why is tomorrow going to be good? Tell me. Why is the Maya trial going to be good? Right, Kevin? That's an inside joke between you guys, or an inside... I don't like to be left out. Tell me what's going to be happening, please. No fireworks doesn't mean he won't be... Right, Linda? You're right. I'm going to go over some stuff. Maybe you'll feel better. Okay, so what I went through and did is that I went back in time. Today I was researching this case. I watched some of Wendy's... What's the matter? You need something?
No.
Okay. I watched some of Wendy's interview. She called her mother from the room, where she was being interviewed, and she's like, "Oh, they sound shocked. Oh, that's good. That's a good thing." Okay, but I'm sorry, she sounded very fake to me. And remember what her mother said about all the acting she's capable of. Yada 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 yada. Okay. Now let me just grab something. Okay, hang on. So what I'm going to do here is, why is this such a small resolution? There we go. Okay. So this is the probable cause from when Sigfrido Garcia was arrested. And I think it's interesting. They're going to boot a jury member, and the defense has to provide the judge with documents that they appeared to be hiding. Oh, okay. All right. They should be finishing. Oh, they're going to be finishing on Maya and go to jury 2 tomorrow? Hi, Shanna360. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? Are you watching this? It's the most chill one you've ever seen, but I think it's because of the solid evidence. Georgia could have sat and filed her nails and they still would find, yes, I believe the same thing, Shanna. I told everybody, relax. He's going to be guilty. Found guilty. Don't you worry about that. Okay, they're going, okay, gotcha. All right, so I can't believe, okay, I just want to say something. 75% think it's going to go to the jury tomorrow, and 25% think it's not. Well, could those 25% tell me what they think is going to happen? I'm not saying that the jury's going to come back. That's not what the question is. But I'm going to end that poll, and I'm going to add another while we go to the next thing. Okay? Okay. Do you think the Charlie Adelson jury will reach a verdict tomorrow? Okay, that's the second poll. Let's look over here. So on Friday, July 18th at 11:02 a.m., a report of a shooting was received at the home of FSU law professor Daniel Markel. 2116 Trescott Drive. Let's see what that looks like today. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive tonight. It's going to be something that might seem familiar to those of you that have been here a long time. We like to take deep dives. 2116. Excuse me. Get out of here. Get out of here. 2116. Thank you. Trescott Drive, Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. Let's go see. Okay, this was the marital home of Dan and Wendy Markel. Get over there. Go on now. Come on now. Hold on. Hold on, please. Let me close some extraneous stuff. I'm going to leave it alone because it won't let me touch anything. It won't let me touch anything. Okay, so let's read this anyway. On Friday, July 18th at 2014 at 11:02, a report of a shooting was received at the home of FSU Law School professor Daniel Markel. 2116 Trescott Drive, Tallahassee, Florida. Upon arrival, the Tallahassee Police Department TPD officers found Markel slumped over in the driver's side of his vehicle from an apparent gunshot to the head. Markel was transported from the scene to a local hospital where he later died from the injuries sustained during the shooting. The investigation of the crime scene found no indication that this incident was part of any other criminal intent, such as a burglary or robbery. At the time of the shooting, Markel was talking to an individual on his cellular telephone. The person stated Markel interrupted their conversation, saying someone he did not recognize was in his driveway. The person on the telephone with Markel then heard what sounded like a loud grunt. He heard a muffled conversation in the background but could not make out the words being spoken. He then heard labored breathing but could not get Markel to respond. Initial investigation at the scene revealed that a neighbor heard what he believed to be a gunshot and looked out the window where a small silver or light-colored vehicle resembling a Prius was observed backing out of the victim's driveway. Okay, I don't know why this is not going over so we can see what we want to see, but we'll try it again. Hold on a minute. Oh my gosh. There we go. So stupid. Get over there. Just get on over there. Just stop being dumb. Stop being so stupid and just get over there, please. This is getting so aggravating. Because it's letting me pull, it's pulling it up over here, and I don't want it over here. I want it over there. And it just doesn't want to listen to me. Okay, alright, forget it. No, this doesn't want to move, huh? Come on. Initial investigation at the scene revealed that a neighbor heard what is believed to be a gunshot and looked out the window where a small silver or light-colored vehicle resembling a Prius was observed backing out of the victim's driveway. I'm just... Can I even close this? What can I do here? Let's just do a... sorry about this, guys. Sorry. It's okay. Sometimes you have technical problems. Sometimes you do. Hang on, I'm still here. Task manager, please. Thank you very much. Let me shut some stuff down. Okay, we can shut this down, and we can shut this down, and we can shut this down. Shut that down. Shut that down. Okay. All right, now it should work. Okay. Cool. Hang on. Okay, just let's get out of that. All right, we'll try this again. 2116. Okay. All right, let's try to bring this over now. Come on, get over there now. I have faith it's going to do this time. Come on. All right, I'm going to shut down Google Chrome completely. I'm not going to fool around with it anymore. I'm going to rebring it. Or reboot it up. Sorry. Tried to work around it. It's just too impossible. I'm just gonna shut it down and bring it back up. Sorry about this. Sorry. Google Chrome, just get down. You're useless to me right now. Okay. It's better now. I just have to open it up to you guys, and then I'm just going to get the address, and then we won't have to deal with any of the other open tabs. I'm not going to open any other tabs right now. Okay, I'm getting you guys back up. This will be very easy now. And again, if you want to call in, all you have to do is send me an email. Okay. So I'm going to get you guys up right now. Thank you very much. Sorry. Thanks for bearing with me. Really sorry about that. I don't mean to do this. It's not professional. All right. Now let me get the house up, but this is going to be smooth sailing from here on out, okay? Okay, here it is. See? I knew it. I should have just did it. So this is his house. Well, this is the marital home that Wendy and Dan shared. This is the garage where he was. This is where the Prius pulled in. Okay. This is the backyard. This is the back of the house. The front of the house. Okay, so we've got that, right? All right, that's the house that we're talking about. Now that we saw that, this is the view from the neighbor's window of the Markel's driveway. Okay, there's the Markel. Driveway. And this is the photos of Dan Markel's vehicle in the garage with shattered glass. There's shattered glass there. And then these were the injuries that he had. So copy of the medical examiner's diagram. And investigators obtained information from sources that Markel had gone through a bitter divorce with Wendy Adelson. Wendy, who was also a professor at the FSU Law School. Yeah, Dan Markel got her a job there. There was something about family members getting family members jobs there, and he got her one. She was never happy with that, never, because she felt what fell off? Oh, it fell off. yeah, she felt she, never measured up. In fact, she was upset that he went to Harvard, and even though Brandeis is a very good school, okay, he told his mother, please don't mention anything about Harvard, that I went to Harvard, because it makes Wendy feel bad. Okay, she was just very entitled and a real piece of work, as far as in my opinion. Okay. Wendy filed for divorce on Monday, September 10th, 2012. Markel reportedly returned home from a business trip to find his family gone. A majority of the contents of the house missing, and the paperwork for dissolution of marriage displayed on his bed. He eventually learned Wendy and their 2 children had moved to her parents' home in Coral Springs in Broward County, Florida. Reportedly, Markel protested, and Wendy returned to Leon County with the children until legal arguments could be heard. On June 20th, 2013, a Leon County Circuit Judge Hobbs formally denied with prejudice Wendy's motion for relocation with the children. Court documents show the divorce was resolved without trial by a marital separation agreement and granted by Judge Hobbs on July 31st, 2013. Email evidence indicates Wendy's parents, especially her mother, wanted Wendy to coerce Markel into allowing the relocation to South Florida. Additionally, Wendy's brother, Charles Adelson, Charlie, reportedly did not like Markel and did not get along with him. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2014, Markel filed a counter motion to enforce the MSA's financial provision and motion for sanctions. Markel claimed Wendy and her attorney had not been forthcoming in the MSA regarding her financial assets. Where did I hear today that she was saying that he was calling her mentally ill? Did I read that somewhere in one of the things that I heard in an interview? I heard in an interview. On March 26, 2014, Markel filed a counter motion of enforcement of MSA on parenting issues and motion for contempt and sanctions. One of the points of contention in this motion was Wendy's mother, Donna Adelson, Donna, and her reported negative interaction with the children. Markel claimed Donna made disparaging remarks about him to his sons. Markel sought relief in the motion by asking the court to prohibit Donna from having unsupervised time with her grandchildren and to impose limitations to prevent the children from being subjected to disparaging comments about their father. These motions were scheduled for a court hearing on May 15, 2014. However, due to substitutions of counsel, the hearing was continued. A new court hearing date had not yet been scheduled prior to Dan Markel's death. Investigators believe the motive for this murder stemmed from the desperate desire of the Adelson family to relocate Wendy and the children to South Florida, along with the pending court hearing that might have impacted the access to the grandchildren. So, motive for the murder is an entitled family, a family that felt they were above the law, a family that felt they could get whatever they wanted, a family that felt they didn't have to abide by the laws that anybody else does, and they were going to take care of this. And they did not want to wait till a court hearing, because what if that court hearing did not hand down the decision that they wanted, which was that Wendy could go to South Florida with her kids. The suspect's vehicle, the investigation revealed that Markel left his home the morning of July 18, 2014. First thing he did is drive his little kids to daycare. Bye, kids. Then he goes approximately 5 miles away. He dropped the kids off at 8:50. Bye, kids. Then he goes to Premier Health and Fitness Center. That's the gym that he works out at. Okay, he goes there and he gets there at approximately 9:12. He goes in, he works out. Markel arrived there, where surveillance video shows a silver or light green Toyota Prius enter the parking lot after Markel parked his car. After he went into the health club, the car captured the Prius in the parking lot where the driver moved the vehicle to different parking positions while Markel was in the building. Markel leaves the gym at 10:38 a.m. and drove off in his vehicle toward Thomasville Road. The video shows the Prius leaving. Okay, so this Prius we know that has Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia in it, follows Dan Markel that morning, follows him to the gym, stays in the parking lot, moves the car around, and then when he leaves, when Dan Markel is finished working out and gets in his car to leave, the Prius follows him again. Premiere fitness video, which has been spliced together to show operative footage at the following link. Okay, so there's video and it shows us where the car is. Additional video was discovered for the day of the homicide on the Star Metro City bus camera. So the bus cameras also showed it. Video was captured from two different buses, one southbound on Thomasville Road and the other northbound on Thomasville Road. The bus camera captures what appears to be the same Prius before the murder. And how do they know this Prius? They know this Prius because this Prius has some really obvious things. One of the mirrors, the side view mirrors, does not match. And then there's something with the hub. So they know, and there's a sun pass on it. So the video shows the Prius northbound, and then it showed the Prius at 10:53. It showed the Prius turning onto Benton Road. At 10:55, the bus video shows the Prius northbound. Here is the residence right here. Okay, so you can go here to Trescott. You could go here to Trescott. While images could not provide the license plate characters of the Prius, after analyzing all of the surveillance videos, investigators believe the suspect vehicle to be a 2006-2009 Toyota Prius with a silver pine mica paint, which appears to be a light green silver color. The Prius appears to have tinted windows. Here's the sun pass. A sun pass transponder right here. It has a missing tow hook cover on the front bumper and a black passenger side mirror. See, this is black. It's supposed to match. So those were the, identifying features of that car. Investigators analyzed the timestamps from the bus camera videos when the Toyota Prius was observed, which confirmed that the Prius had the opportunity to be present at the crime scene when the murder was committed. Additional surveillance video was obtained from a bank, a county government facility, and a store along Markel's route that morning of July 18th, which also shows a familiar vehicle trailing Markel's car. Investigators believe the suspects in the Prius followed the victim throughout the morning and back to his residence, where the victim was shot in the head as he sat in his car. After the homicide was reported in the press, a resident of the Ashford Club Apartments on 2055 Thomasville Road reported seeing two men park a bluish-silver Prius-type car in the southeast corner of the complex parking lot around mid-morning on one of the weekdays immediately before the July 18, 2014 homicide. The men got out of the vehicle and walked down a park path behind the apartment complex that parallels a large storm drainage ditch. The ditch is at the fenced rear property line of Markel's home on Trescott Drive. Okay, so this was the murder scene where this little thing is up here, and the Ashford Club Apartments is over here. The drainage ditch is right here. Look where his house is. Here is the drainage ditch. This is where the suspect vehicle parked. Wow. The men got out of the vehicle and they walked down a park path behind the apartment complex that parallels a large storm drainage ditch. The ditch is at the fenced rear property line of Markel's home on Trescott. So This is Markel's home. We saw the back of it. Okay, and they're right there. They didn't even go far. The resident described the driver as a white male, tall and slender, with a runner's build, fair complexion, wearing a light-colored ball cap. Well, that could only be Sigfrido Garcia because Luis Rivera is 5'4". The passenger was described as a shorter man with a stocky build and dark hair, with a darker complexion resembling Italian or Spanish descent. When the two men returned to the car about 10 minutes later, the passenger was carrying an unknown black object in one hand. He was completely wet, as if he fell into the drainage ditch. The driver's pants appeared wet up to the knees. Sigfrido Garcia and Luis Rivera are similar to the physical descriptions given by the Ashford Club Apartments residents. Garcia is taller and slender, and Rivera is shorter and stockier with a darker complexion. As set forth below, evidence establishes that they were in Tallahassee on the day of the murder and that they rented a Silver Pine Mica Toyota Prius for the trip from South Florida. Both Garcia and Rivera are convicted felons in the state of Florida. Investigators developed information that around the time of the murder, Charlie, Wendy's brother, Charlie right here, the dentist, okay? He's Wendy's brother, was involved in a personal relationship with Catherine Magbanua, whose cellular telephone number was blah, blah, blah. Call records show Magbanua as one of Charlie's top contacts. Online public database research revealed that this number was utilized by Catherine Magbanua. Further investigation also revealed that Sigfrido Garcia is the father of Magbanua's two minor children, both with the last name Garcia. Magbanua is also listed as the vice president of S. Garcia Solutions, Inc., and Garcia is listed as the president of the company on the state of Florida records for corporations. So here we have Dan Markel, that's the victim, Wendy Adelson, the ex-spouse, Donna Adelson, a.k.a. meddling mom, Charlie Adelson, a.k.a. deadly dentist, Harvey Adelson, a.k.a. meddling dad, Sigfrido Tuto Garcia, Tuto. This is Tato. This is Tuto and Tato. Okay, they're friends. Sigfrido Tuto Garcia and Luis Tato Rivera. Catherine Katie Magbanua. The cellular phones, okay, they were linked everybody up. Information obtained from the provider of Rivera's phone and Garcia's phone revealed the two traveled from North Miami, Florida on the afternoon of July 16th and arrived in Tallahassee, Florida just after midnight, July 17th. A receipt from a motel on West Tennessee Street in Tallahassee shows that Rivera checked in at approximately 1 a.m. on July 17th, which is consistent with this cellular data. Both Garcia and Rivera's phones were in the area of the victim's residence during the day of July 17, 2014. Cellular telephone information is addressed in more detail in the attachment. Okay, so the Prius then gets linked to these two based on the video images of the suspect car with the SunPass transponder mounted on the windshield and cell site data for the locations of phones used by Garcia and Rivera. A subpoena was sent to the Florida Department of Transportation for the SunPass toll records on Alligator Alley, I-75, west of Fort Lauderdale, on July 16th and 18th of 2015, and that should be 2014. Only one account listing a Prius as a customer vehicle had a SunPass transponder activity on the Alligator Alley toll booths on those two dates at the relative times. On July 16, 2014, at 2:18 p.m., the transponder registered at the toll plaza in Broward County. westbound on I-75. On July 18, 2014 at 5:23 p.m., the transponder registered at the eastbound toll facility on I-75 in Collier County near Naples, Florida. FDOT shows the subscriber for the SunPass transponder is a rental car company in North Miami, Florida. The rental car company was contacted by law enforcement and provided several rental contracts around the time of the homicide. And these included one for a green 2008 Toyota Prius, rented from July 15th to the 21st by Luis Rivera with a contact phone number, blah, 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 and a second phone number written on the contract. Okay. So then next up, they had a witness whose identity is known to law enforcement previously met Garcia and Rivera in Tallahassee a month before the homicide. The witness's cellular phone was contacted by Rivera cell phone on the afternoon of July 17th. The witness was asked and agreed to rent a motel room on North Monroe Street in the witness name for Garcia and Rivera on the night of July 17th, 2014. And this is consistent with the cellular location data and a receipt obtained from the motel showing a room registered in the witness name. The witness was able to positively ID both Garcia and Rivera individually in two separate photographic lineups. Okay, so they had two lineups. The witnesses recalled Rivera having in his possession a silvery finished short barrel revolver handgun the first time he met Garcia and Rivera, possibly in June of 2014 at the motel on West Tennessee Street. Recovered evidence from the crime scene indicates the caliber of the firearm used in this murder is consistent with revolver ammunition, and no spent casing was found at the scene. This investigation did not reveal any other legitimate purpose for either suspect to be in Tallahassee at the time of the murder. On the morning of July 18th, both Garcia and Rivera's cell phones were in the area of Premier during the time when the victim was inside, and surveillance video shows the Prius in the parking lot. Garcia's telephone ceased activity just before 10 a.m. while in the area of Premier, with the last text message occurring at 9:58 a.m. The next event on Garcia's telephone was text messages and or notifications being received at 12:29 p.m., consistent with the handset being powered up. Immediately after 12:30 p.m., Garcia placed a call to Magmanua, which was the first contact initiated by Garcia after the homicide. The call occurred when Garcia's phone was in the area of Lake City, Florida, on or near I-75, approximately 1.5 hours after the shooting was reported. Investigators believe Garcia and Rivera turned their phones off before 10 a.m., committed the murder of Dan Markel at his house on Trescott Drive, and then fled back to North Miami via I-10 and I-75. Cellular telephone information is addressed in more detail. Okay, so then they went to the ATM. This is another way they ID'd them. The analysis of Rivera's checking account revealed an ATM transaction took place on July 18th at 6:46 p.m. as they were returning to North Miami from Tallahassee, Florida. Security footage showed the drive-through ATM lane shows Rivera driving a Toyota Prius up to the ATM at 6:45 p.m. The Prius appears to have tinted windows, a SunPass transponder, and on the top, which is on the top center of the windshield, a missing tow hook cover and a black passenger side mirror casing, matching the characteristics of the Prius seen on the video from the northbound bus cameras in Tallahassee. Viewing the bank video, Rivera is seen completing the ATM transaction. When he leans forward, Garcia can be seen sitting in the front passenger seat of the Prius. As the Toyota Prius exits the ATM area at 6:47 p.m., a Florida license plate can be seen on the rear of the car. The tag characters appear to match those of the car rental contract. Cellular site data is consistent with this stop at the ATM location prior to Garcia and Rivera arriving back in North Miami. Okay, so they got him. They got him at the ATM. Rivera was driving. And this is part of that. And then you've got Luis Rivera. Still image from the video of the vehicle tag compared to the tag listed on the rental contract. There is no previous contract found between Markel, and these two defendants. On May 24th, 2016, investigators conducted an interview with Garcia. During the interview, Garcia denied ever being in Tallahassee. He stated that he had never made any trips with Rivera. None, nada, zinc, zilch. So I can't even speak tonight, zinc. So, yeah, zinc too, zilch as well. Okay, Garcia denied any knowledge of the homicide. On May 27th, 2016, investigators conducted an interview with Rivera at Coleman Federal Detention Facility. Post Miranda, Rivera initially denied any involvement in the homicide. Rivera stated that he has never traveled north of Orlando or Tampa. Investigators show Rivera a picture from the ATM video where Rivera and Garcia are in the green Prius. Rivera acknowledged that he and Garcia were the individuals in the picture. Rivera changed this story and stated that he rented the green Prius and traveled to Tallahassee. Did you just hear like a weird sound effects? I don't know what that's about. When asked why he traveled to Tallahassee, he stated that he was visiting the FSU campus. Investigators asked if Rivera was an FSU fan, and he stated that he indicated he was a Miami Hurricane fan. When questioned whether further, Rivera would not confirm or deny if he was at the scene of the homicide. On June 1st, 2016, investigators met with Rivera's previous employer. Employment records show that Rivera was not at work on July 16th through 18th, the day of the homicide. Okay, so that's that. Now let's see where you are in this thing. Okay, in this poll now, I'm just checking the poll. Do you think the Charlie Adelson jury will reach a verdict tomorrow? 48% say yes, 52% say no. Well, we'll see what happens. I have one more poll coming up for you now. Okay, let's see. Why won't this stop? This crazy poll. Trying to stop this poll. It doesn't want to stop. Okay. Well. Uh-oh, what happened? How did this happen? I hate when that happens. The whole thing gets crazy when sometimes when you navigate away. Okay. This is crazy. We are navigated so crazy. Whatever. Okay, so let me get to, where are we with Wendy? With Wendy. Let's see. So, closing arguments are tomorrow. It's time to face the music. Charlie Adelson Trial predictions and discussions. You can call in and be heard. If you want to call in, you can just email me and I will put you on the air. You don't have to be on the camera. Okay, you can just be behind there. And I don't know why I'm getting like yawning like crazy. I know that we're an hour back, so it's really like 1:30. Okay, granted that. Okay. Let me go to... Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so here's what happened in this case, okay? So, on July 23rd, they saw an image of the Prius in an area around the time the crime occurred. TPD said they received over 50 tips to the tip line, but not much happened, okay? There was a memorial service held September 16th, and then it was February 27th of 2015. The grand jury reviewed 911 calls, and it blasts the CDA's handling of Markel dispatch calls. Says there was a 19-minute delay in getting paramedics to the scene, and that was unacceptable. That was February 27, 2015. July 17th of 2015. The Tallahassee Police Department releases new details in the Markel case on the one-year anniversary, including more details of the Prius, and says the vehicle may not have belonged to the driver. An anonymous donor offers a separate $100,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction. Then, fast forward all the way to February 25th of 2016. The Tampa Police Department released new documents, and new details included that the keys were still in the ignition, the house was locked. April 20th of 2016, FBI records conversation between Charlie Adelson and Catherine Magmanua at the Dolce Vita restaurant. On May 24th of 2016, investigators interview Garcia. According to court documents, Garcia denies ever being in Tallahassee and says he has made no trips with Rivera and knows nothing about homicide. On May 25th of 2016, 34-year-old Garcia is arrested in Hallandale Beach, Florida on charges of first-degree murder relating to Danielle Markel. TPD holds a press conference officially names Garcia as the suspect, says that the documents in this case have been obtained by the judge to be sealed. Garcia is extradited from South Florida and booked into the Leon County Jail. Garcia appears in Leon County Court for his first appearance, and he does not enter a plea. June 2nd, 2016, documents in the murder case are unsealed. Document names Luis Rivera as the second suspect. It establishes connection between the Adelson family and Garcia and provides more details and timelines of the murder accusation. A Leon County grand jury on June 17th of 2016, we're going just about 2 years, 1 month shy, indicts both Sigfrido Garcia and Luis Rivera for the murder of Dan Markel. On July 24th of 2016, Sigfrido Garcia pled not guilty in a court appearance. Defense attorney James Lewis says the state has informed him it plans to seek the death penalty. July 28th of 2016, extradited to Leon County Jail from Coleman Federal Correctional Complex in Central Florida, where he was, this is Luis, was incarcerated on unrelated charges. August 4th, 2016, Leon County Grand Jury plans to reconvene to review evidence of the Dan Markel murder case. On August 8th of 2016, the CDA reaches a settlement with the Markel family in a lawsuit over how slow the response time was. On August 29th of 2016, the state releases interview of Markel's ex-wife Wendy, and in the video, she tells the police of her brother's joke about hiring a hitman. On September 8th of 2016, Luis demands a speedy trial, which is set by a judge. October 24th, 3 weeks prior to the co-defendant Sigfrido Garcia's trial. Luis demands that speedy trial. Catherine Magbanuo got booked on October 10th, 2016 into the Leon County Jail for first-degree murder charges. On October 11th of 2019, 3 years and 1 day after she's booked, Sigfrido Garcia is convicted of first-degree murder. The jury declares a mistrial for Katie Magbanuo. We covered this after the jury deadlocks. On October 21st of 2019, a retrial was scheduled for April 13th, but remember we were in a pandemic. So her trial was delayed. May 6th of 2021, Magbanuo's retrial was scheduled for October 4th of 2021. And then it was postponed again until February 14th of 2022. And this time, due to the Delta variant spread in Leon County, Magbanuo's retrial postponed so audio forensic experts can enhance the audio recording. April 21st, 2022, Charles Adelson was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy, and solicitation of murder. May 16th, it was the start of Magbanuo's retrial. May 17th, Magbanuo was found guilty of murder, conspiracy, and solicitation after about 8 hours of deliberation by the jury. Well, and then Magbanuo on July 29, 2022 was sentenced to life in prison. The judge delayed Charlie Adelson's trial back in February. In March, it was delayed again. September, Magbanuo turned state witness, and she's expected to testify against her ex-boyfriend, Charles Adelson. On October 12th of 2023, the judge ordered Charlie Adelson's parents to appear for questioning. But then October 20th, attorneys agreed to drop Adelson's parents from the witness list less than a week ahead of the start of the trial. And then October 23rd was the start of Charlie's trial. Now it looks like it's going to be ending tomorrow. Again, so anybody that wants to talk about it, please feel free to come up. Well, let me see if I can fix the poll now. Let me see. So do you think they will reach a verdict tomorrow? You guys, majority say no. The other ones say yes. I don't know about these votes, guys, at all. Okay, I'm going to give you another poll now. Hold on. Can it write tonight? Okay. There's that. Oh shoot, it didn't go. I didn't want to add the option. I'm so sorry. Okay, there's the poll. So, what do I think? I think he's going to be found guilty. I think it's going to happen tomorrow. I think there's a 10% chance it may happen Tuesday, but no later than Tuesday will there be a guilty verdict for Charlie Adelson. That's my prediction. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. So, if anybody would like to call in, I will open my email now to see if anybody's calling to call in. Who's watching this case and would like to discuss it, that would be fine. Okay, hold on a minute. I gotta get something right there. Keep letting me know if you want to call in and talk about this. Don't be shy. Just jump in. People never used to be shy before. You're all like very shy now. Feel free just to call in. Let's go. Let's go. Call in. I'm getting some high energy mix. Almonds and stuff. I need it right now. I'm falling asleep. Okay. So let's see who's going to call in. If Donna really loved her children and didn't view them as objects for her control, she would walk into that courtroom and admit blame. She would rather her son be thrown under the bus all alone. Well, what she's probably thinking is she's got to stay on the outside. Because if she goes in the inside, what good is that going to do? That's what she's thinking. They need to stay on the outside and fix this. Donna would not last in prison, in jail. She would not last. She knows that. They don't want the boys to end up in the Markel's hands. That would be the worst for Wendy Adelson. She does not want that. I can't imagine Wendy or the mother being locked up. But they both are guilty, in my opinion. Hi, Lisa. I think he is guilty, but I wonder with this one. Florida juries have shocked me before, so I think it's a 50-50 chance. Okay, Lisa, I don't think it, but I respect your opinion. That family is real different. Yeah, they really are. I'm going to read you some more. Donna needs to be a cellmate of Katie. Florida changed the majority voted. Does it still have to be unanimous? Unanimous. That's why they have people are worried about a hung jury. Dan's mom said Donna picked out DS off of, yes, got to be, off of J-Date. She was very happy, but she was only happy because Dan was working in a prestigious law firm at the time. When he changed to be a professor, she didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. That wasn't up to her standards. And she didn't like how orthodox he was in religion, that he wanted to keep a kosher house and a kosher kitchen, and he wanted the kids to keep kosher. She didn't like that, not at all. Oh, yes, they were, Lisa, and I believe that too. Dan's mom, yep. Donna called her engagement ring her big girl ring. Not Donna, Wendy. Yeah, they were willing to give him $1 million a bribe. That was one of the mother's ideas. Charlie was going to pay a third of it to help with the getting him to say yes to the relocation. Absolutely. Sorry, I had to eat something because my energy was really low. Okay. I'm done now. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so this is some of the stuff that happened on the day that Dan Markel was murdered, when Wendy was interviewed by the police for hours. She told the police that she was worried that whoever shot Dan Markel could be coming for her children next. And I quote her saying this, "I'm scared. I don't know why this would happen. It really scares me because, I mean, if there's someone out there that's willing to do this to him, I'm scared for the kids." Okay, when she gets there, she's sitting alone in the interview room. And she said when the investigator comes in, a friend just called to tell her there had been a shooting on the block where Dan Markel lived. And the officer says that's what this is about, and tells her, as she begins to break down in tears, "There was a shooting at your home, at your ex-husband's home. He's been taken to the hospital. He's not going to survive." And she breaks down sobbing throughout, saying, "What happened? I just don't understand. How could this happen?" When asked in her videotaped interview whether she thought someone would kill Dan Markel for her benefit, without asking her, she said no. But she acknowledged being scared someone maybe did this, not because they hate Danny, but because they thought this was good somehow. She then recalled an eyebrow-raising phone conversation with her brother Charlie earlier that day as they were discussing what to do about a television that he brought her that had broken down. And I quote her saying, "And I was talking to him about whether it made sense to pay to fix it or actually get a new one. And it was always his joke, like he knew that Danny treated me badly, and it was always his joke. He said, I looked into hiring a hitman, but it was cheaper to get you this TV." She said, "He's my big brother, and he's been taking care of me since I was little. But he would never." And I told that to the repair guy this morning. He asked me how much it cost, and I said I didn't know because it was a gift, because my brother said it was cheaper than a hitman. It was my divorce present. Such a horrible thing to say. I'm so, so sorry. But even my family, who felt like I had been mistreated, would never do something like this. She said, never. Asked whether she would ever have asked someone to kill her former husband, she replied, not in a million years. Charlie Adelson came under the greatest suspicion because of his romantic relationship with Catherine Magbanua, the mother of 2 children with Sigfrido Garcia, one of the 2 alleged hitmen. Wendy called her mother during that interview near the end of the police interview to tell her what happened, calling it the worst day of her life. Donna can be heard on the other end of the phone asking questions during the short phone call. Before she hung up, she agreed to come to Tallahassee to console her daughter and grandchildren. Wendy remarked afterwards to a victim's advocate about her mother's initial reaction. She said, "My parents sounded really surprised, so that's at least a relief," she said. "I'm trying to think, why would anyone be angry enough to do something to him? My parents would be angry, but they're not capable of this. I really couldn't handle this right now." Let's see. Okay, so let's see if there's anybody else. Shanna says the DA is strategically going after them one by one. Yes, yes, yes. The tactic is to try to get the formers to roll on the next one, etc. Yes, I agree. I agree. Her ex said it wasn't a nice TV. I know that. Yep, I remember that. And that it didn't look like a child could have ever done the damage to it. He even offered to buy her a new one. Yep, I recall that, Lisa. Yes, I do. Barb says, I don't believe that Dan was abusive to Wendy. I call BS on this. Yes, not physically abusive at all, but she said he was verbally and mentally abusive. That's what she said. I don't believe it at all either. I just don't know, like, why he would hire, like, the hitman that hated him. You know, that's just so weird to me. But maybe she didn't tell him it was Sigfrido until, I don't know. So weird. Okay. Wendy is getting rid of everyone. This is going to work out well for her. Yeah, right. Okay, let's see now. Okay, now remember, the older brother, Robert, is a well-established, well-regarded doctor who lives in Albany, New York. He was engaged to a fellow doctor who is an Indian-American woman who specializes in emergency medicine, but that ended in part due to Donna's interference. So then Robert went on to marry a nice Jewish girl, but that marriage ended in very short time period, and he eventually married the Indian-American doctor. And then he broke off or significantly reduced contact with the rest of the Adelson family. And you hear Charlie say that, I don't think my mother likes my brother. He and his wife remain happily married with children, but he is estranged from the family. Okay, and again, Danny and Wendy met through a dating website called JDate. Donna Adelson was there and approved of the clicking on the picture, etc., etc. Let's see. Day one. Let me go over here for a second. Okay, so Charlie tried to talk his way out of this with his crazy story. Okay, his crazy story. Crazy story is that he finds out his brother-in-law's dead, and Katie Magbanua comes to the house and is hysterical and says, "Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I'm freaking out because I talked too much to my friends and they did this, and now they're going to extort you." That's his story, okay? So his story says that he talked too freely in front of his girlfriend, but they were never exclusive, and she kept her relationship up with Sigfrido Garcia. And she says, that she heard from Charlie he says he's speaking for her, okay? That she came to him and said that she spoke too much because she knew about the family's hatred of Dan Markel and the $333,000 that he would have given Wendy to help pay Markel off. Then he said that Katie and Garcia cooked the idea up behind Charlie's back to drive twice to Tallahassee to kill Markel and then extort Charlie for the $333K. Charlie says he gave $138,000. That was the money he had. It stapled in the cash. He gave it right to Magbanua on that very, very day, and that someone literally washed that money the night of the murder, and then got the Latin Kings to agree to have him pay them off the remaining balance at $3,000 a month in the increments. If he didn't pay up, he said gang members were going to kill him or a member of his family. Despite having an extremely litigious history, in which he willingly went to law enforcement, and despite having deep legal and political connections, for some reason, he decided to keep his mouth shut. He didn't talk to the FBI when they approached him. He didn't talk to the FBI when they bumped his mother. He didn't talk after Katie and the two gang members got arrested and convicted. He didn't talk after, even as his babysitter was named as a co-conspirator in the murder. And he didn't talk after his own arrest. The jurors of Leon County are smart and intuitive enough to see through this. So hopefully There's nothing there. That's the consensus. And wow, I am getting so tired. So let me see if anybody wants to call in. If no one's gonna call in, I think, I'm not kidding, I am exhausted. And I've got a really big day tomorrow with the trial, so I want to go to bed early. But what I think I'm gonna do, probably play word cookies and go to bed, because we have to hear the trial tomorrow, and that's going to be really important. So let me check. I don't see anybody that's emailing to call in, and that's fine. Shanna, I'd be estranged from that family too. Team oldest brother, hashtag. Okay, so let's do the word, because I know it's a short one tonight. I don't know why it's this time change will do it to me. I am absolutely exhausted. But if you have any other questions, just let me know. I will be reporting live on the trial if anything like happens. I will definitely be reporting going live, okay? If we have a verdict or whatever, you bet your buttons, your bottom dollars. Everyone is tired. I am exhausted. I am so tired. Okay. We'll do the daily puzzle. Okay. 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 Okay, where are we? How about THAN? How about TUNA? How about MU? MATH? Okay, how about, let's see. How about Ham, hat, hut, hum. Okay, hunt. What could this be? What could this be now? Haunt. Who said that? Haunt. Manhunt. Oh, that fits with tonight, right? Doesn't it? With true crime. Hold on a minute. Oh gosh, I can't draw the line. MANHNT. That reminds me, I want to finish Hunt a Killer and find out who killed that person. We got to finish all these things. We got to do these things. We just got to do it. Okay, let's see what you guys got. Manhunt, haunt, tuna. I got that. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, how about ant? Add ant. Okay. And very vicious with that. 66% of you say guilty. Hold on a minute. And 34% say not guilty. Wow. Okay. I got ant. Okay, let's see. Oh, I know. Hold on a minute. Oh, we did not. Yeah, there was no gnat. Okay. Okay, Kevin. Yeah, but there's no room for human. Oh, is there? Oh, I didn't even know. I'm really losing it tonight. I thought we had too many words. Okay, one more and I am going to bed. I really am. I cannot keep my eyes open. I'll sign into the Zoom. I don't have to do a new one because I did this new one. And that's it. And I'm going to bed. I am so in bed after this. I'm so sorry. I have to sleep. I tried Nan. I tried Mutt. I tried Nan. Uh-oh. Oh, how about none? Oh, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will go to bed. Thank you guys so much for coming along. God bless. Prayers. We'll watch this tomorrow. I have to go to sleep. I'm so sorry. I had a big day. I took a big walk. I baked cookies for the Ethan wanted. Had to do cleaning and stuff around the house. I didn't get my packing done, but I did some research for this case and stuff like that, and I'm just exhausted, okay? I love you guys. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now. Bye now. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. I'm leaving. I am leaving the meeting. I have to leave the meeting.